When I was a teenager, I had a job in the family water well drilling business. And it was really difficult work, it was dirty work, and I loved it. But it was during that season of my life that I did something that played a critical role in really internalizing my faith. So like many of you, I grew up in the church. My family always attended church. I was very familiar with the stories of the Bible. Faith was, comfortable. But during those teenage years, I felt this pull to make their faith, my parents' faith, my own faith. And during that stage of my life, there was one book, a New Testament letter, that just had a major impact on my life, and it was the book of James. Now, back to the whole water well drilling thing. When I was drilling wells, that was when I realized that God was calling me into full-time ministry. And so to mark that significant moment in my life, I did something. I decided to memorize the entire book of James. So I got a bunch of index cards like this, and I wrote every verse of James on them, and then in the slow moments of the water well drilling process, I would memorize these verses. Verses like, faith by itself, if not accompanied by action, is dead. And I would read these words and I would wrestle internally. Is my faith real? Is my faith alive? You see, I found the book of James to be so real and so practical and so challenging. Again, verses like, those who consider themselves religious, yet do not keep a tight rein on their tongue, deceive themselves, and their religion is worthless. There's this intensity to the book of James, this practicality, this is what faith in Jesus looks like in real life quality to the book of James. Now, as formational as this book was in my life, I believe it could be every bit as impactful in yours. So I don't know where you find yourself. Maybe you're going, I just want to get more serious about my faith. Or you just want to make faith your own, or perhaps you're feeling a little complacent, like your faith is a little stale. Wherever you're at, I believe the book of James is going to challenge you to make your faith real again. I expect this series is going to be huge in my life, in your life, and in the life of our church. So join us for Make It Real.